That's weird. That's weird. Kind of weirding me out.
You are a sad, strange little man.
Crazy. This is crazy. This is crazy.
Isn't that weird? That's weird, man.
It's strange.
Hey everybody, this is Camp Strange, Wacky Weird, Horny. I don't remember how Tobin does. I usually block him out, but if you could figure it out by now, Tobin's not here this week. He's on a work schedule in the fabulous world of Hollywood, working 7 a.m. to midnight. And so tonight we are recording with our dear friend Jerry, who has been here before. If you want to say hello.
Howdy. I'm excited to be back. It's been quite some time.
Yeah, and so this was pretty short notice, and you're probably wondering if the audio sounds a little off. That's because we're in my garage, and I could not get my microphones to work, so we are just raw dogging it off the laptop, and you're probably going to hear some freezer stuff going on, and maybe a little bit of an echo, but, you know, we pride ourselves on our quality. This is awkward. So, you know, we're going to get into the news, as we love to do. Here we have Sam Hubbard says Cincinnati Bengals want to win the Super Bowl for Harambe. How do you feel about that?
You know what? I actually saw this.
Yeah.
I'm aware the Harambe incident was it was at the Cincinnati Zoo, right?
It was, yeah.
I'm all for it. You know what? Like,
see, I'm against it. I feel like the Rams should be saying this because Cincinnati is the place that killed him.
That's true. It is.
That's my whole thing.
Cincinnati zookeepers murdered Harambe.
You know, I want Cooper Kupp to come out and say this, not Sam Hubbard is second, third string tight end.
I have no idea who he is. I don't watch football like that.
Yeah. Oh boy. All right, next one. We're gonna fly right through this. A chicken named Henry Penny taken into custody at the Pentagon. I guess you got to keep your chickens in line.
You know, who's bringing a chicken to the Pentagon? I've never been to the Pentagon.
Nor have
I've been to the White House. Pretty extensive security.
Yeah.
But like everybody at the White House is the same person. It's like you either work there or
Yeah.
you're going on a tour.
Yeah.
Or you're a sports team.
Yeah.
Once a year. I don't think anyone's bringing a chicken to the White House. I don't really get why they're trying to bring a chicken to the Pentagon.
Yeah, Henry Penny, huh? It's a good name.
Henny Penny.
Oh, Henny Penny. I can't read. What I find interesting about this is that they were able to name said chicken.
Yeah. Yeah, well, maybe they try to sign the chicken in. Like, I'm sure, you try to get a credential, put it in front of the picture.
That's a good idea.
Get a little name tag, you know?
That could be it. Because, I mean, in order to get his name, he's not got a dog collar on or anything. How are you going to...
Because I'm sure once they got it in, they were going to be like, hey, what's the security clearance on that chicken?
Yeah.
And then he's like, oh, level 5. Like, oh, okay, get him downstairs.
Get him out.
The commander-in-chief needs to talk to Henny Penny.
There's not much more to say.
Or maybe there was a bomb inside of it. Let's be real.
Yeah, that's possible.
I mean, that's probably why they didn't want it to come in.
Yeah. And then our last one here. Taliban fighters barred from taking weapons into the Afghanistan amusement parks.
Honestly, fair.
That's fair.
I don't know.
I think that's fair.
Aren't the Taliban in charge?
Yeah, which is what's
so they made
funny.
their own rule.
Yeah.
To be like, hey, all the other crap you do, go for it.
Yeah.
Don't you dare take your gun to Afghan Disney.
Which the shame is that there are some really good photos or videos of the guys riding around bumper carts with like RPGs and assault rifles tucked away, having the time of their lives.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
You know, you often forget that these radicalist people are like, you think that their whole world is this war, you know, or whatever.
Yeah.
They're just out here having fun, having a good time.
They're just trying to live, you know, maybe not. I don't know. So yeah, this is gonna be a shorter episode because I had to text Jared today and asking him if he would come do a guest appearance, so I wasn't just blabbering to myself. So I guess I'll just get into my story. I realized I didn't have it open again. This is just a nightmare. I didn't edit it either, so this is gonna be extra fun. I want you to not read my story while I'm saying it though.
I will quietly listen.
And another tough part about this is a lot of this was catered and aimed directly at Tobin. So I'm just going to keep reading it as if he was here.
I'll do a Tobin impression.
There it is. Yeah. All right, Tobin. Since the dawn of time, us humans have always been skeptical on whether or not we are alone in this galaxy, or even our flat-surfaced Earth. I know that I have shared many stories on this podcast about beings like, lizard people or other things like Bigfoot, who could be something like, monkey people. You could be half person, half monkey.
Cousins.
Huh? I thought you were talking...
basically cousins.
Yeah, I thought you were talking about DeMarcus Cousins.
Oh, no.
No. Okay.
Absolutely not. I'm not talking about that.
There could be, an unlimited number of humanoid creatures walking among us in the world, but today we're going to be focusing on one. Cat people.
Khajiit.
Yeah. I saw cat people, and most people's minds would jump to the old defining characteristic of, are you a dog person or a cat person? For instance, I'm a dog person with my son Kuma, and you, Tobin, are a cat person with your 2 feline children. With me, being allergic to cats, and you being court ordered to stay 150 yards away from any dog park, it makes it easy for us to, be put in those categories. That one...
Tobin is a cat people.
Yeah, he really is.
2 cats.
2 cats is wild. Going from 0 to 2.
Honestly, why not 3?
It's wild. Usually when we start recording it, the first 30 minutes of us on FaceTime is him yelling at his cats. I don't know if he's actually a cat person, now that I think about it.
He's a Katie person.
He's a Katie person.
And love you, Katie.
Yeah, I love you, Katie. That's my impression of Tobin. There you go. But when I say cat person, I do not mean a person who prefers having pet cats. I mean half man, half cat. Now,
top half or?
Oh, all of it.
Oh, okay.
Now, Jerry, how far back can you think of feline importance?
Egypt, right?
That's right.
Yeah.
Ancient Egypt. Cats were highly worshipped by the Egyptians with wall carvings and statues which showed cat-like humans as gods. But today's anthropologists have always wondered why the ancient people loved the cats so much and why they would depict these half-cat, half-man gods. You got an idea?
Because they were real.
Oh.
They had communicated with them through their pyramids.
Well, it's quite simple as long as you open your third eye. At some point in history before Christ, a group of advanced cat humanoid aliens hurtled through space in their kitty litter-shaped UFO until they discovered a blue and green planet unlike any other planet in its solar system. It stood out. They said, hey, that looks pretty good. Why don't we go over there? There's water, but let's not get in the water. Let's just drink the water.
Jumping in.
No piggy dipping for these guys. Now, with a meow and a lick, they were able to scan our planet, seeing that it contained life. But, not any life. Stupid, primitive life.
Monkey life.
Yeah, monkey life. Finding a possible new home, they decided to join the Earthlings and aid their attempts at building a better civilization with, their tools, knowledge, technology. This led the Egyptian people to make massive bounds and leaps ahead in developing into like a much more advanced society. It is said that these cat people were so generous that they actually taught the Egyptians how to harness the power of electricity so they could work at night.
Oh, interesting.
Well, those Egyptians and their electricity.
Yeah.
They loved it.
I'm not aware of that.
It's common knowledge. Now, this is the part that can go 2 ways. It is believed after the cat people helped the humans and packed it all up, went home. But it is also believed that they stayed and have continued to live deep and hidden through our world, giving us things like, the internet, iPhones, flat screen television, blenders, among other things, among us.
Sussy.
Honestly, it's really sussy we don't talk about this more often,
Yeah.
So this leads to our next point. Did we have cats before cat people landed and lend us a helping hand? Well, according to this completely true document, the cats we know today, including things like lions and tigers, not bears, were left behind by the cat people. So, saber-toothed tigers? No, never happened. Nothing, there's no ancient feline. They all started right here. And they were left behind to aid us and help watch over us in our spiritual development and evolution.
Okay.
Yeah. So this would explain why, our common house cat and cats are so keen on detecting spirits around the house. You ever see a cat just stare at a wall and kind of follow things around?
My parents have a cat. It frequently stares at the wall.
Well, it's believed that our cats have inherited supernatural and psychic abilities from their predecessors, the cat people. Yeah.
Wait, so did they devolve into house cats? Or did they splice part of their DNA and create little cats, like little drones, like little cat drones?
It's hard because I think if they just left us miniature versions of them, people would be a little suspicious why, the cats are walking on 2 feet, they got thumbs.
Yeah, like that cat in the Dragon Ball.
Yeah.
There's a guy walking around. He's got thumbs.
Oh, he's kind of purple, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. No, now that you said that, I remember him. So you can be in denial if you want, but cats are here to protect us from evil and harmful interdimensional entities. And that is why cats will randomly start staring at something that is invisible to the human eye.
Cat Thanos.
They keep an eye out. They get them cackles up. They scare them away. They do it. Can't argue.
Yeah, they do that for no reason, but apparently for that reason.
Yeah, no, the interdimensional entities.
Yeah. Now, are these interdimensional entities that we can't see, are these dog people?
It didn't go into detail exactly. Interdimensional, you can be really working with anything. Lizard people, dog people,
sort of
squid people.
Tentacle ghost.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anything's possible. So, how many listeners have lost a pet cat? Have you ever lost a pet cat?
Yeah, that was our first animal. We had a cat. Cat died.
Did it just wander off for long, extended periods of time?
Oh, yeah, all the time. It would come back.
Yeah?
A couple days, you go, oh, okay, there it is.
Well, I know my family, we had a few go missing, which we'd usually blame on predators like coyotes and wolves. But with the powers previously mentioned, it is a fact that cats also have the power to travel through the astral realms, even into our dreams.
Okay.
Where they can communicate with us and plant ideas in our head without our knowledge to protect us or to help us.
Okay.
You ever wake up and you're like, how am I going to pay my mortgage? And you wake up and you realize, just start an OnlyFans. Your cat told you to do that.
Now, when I have dreams that I'm at the mall naked, what is my cat trying to tell me?
Boy, that, maybe that's your cat telling you that it feels like it's at the mall naked and it wants a sweater.
Oh, okay.
But I feel like that's a question for a psychologist.
I'll ask my therapist.
Yeah, ask the therapist for that one. So where am I here? Obviously, teleportation is also on the table because you can't just travel through the astral realms and dreams without good old-fashioned teleportation, which explains why, they disappear for a month and they come back. Yeah.
Teleportation.
It makes sense. So I made a joke earlier about the cats flying around in a giant UFO litter box. But that was before I got into the part where it says that the Sphinx statues in Egypt are their spaceships.
Oh, it's like Spaceballs. I feel like there was something like that in
Probably.
the Spaceballs movies.
Hey, maybe a cat person wrote part of Spaceballs.
Well, there's a dog guy.
Yeah, barf.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, so Sphinx are spacecrafts made by the alien cat people. They use the Sphinx to travel between our planets, back to theirs, back to ours, and different dimensions over time. The reasoning why this is not common knowledge is that our scientists, they haven't been able to crack it. They can't figure it out. The components are far too advanced for us to understand.
Yeah, dirt.
Just a bunch of bozos, really.
Yeah. Is that why the nose is gone, huh?
Yeah, probably.
Probably that's why we want to see it go. You know, maybe that was the engine or something.
Probably the engine.
Or some cat engine that we can't comprehend.
All right, so last but not least, we saved the most important slice of information for the tail end here, folks.
Nice.
Cats, the musical. Costume or alien cat people?
That cat did not look like Jason Derulo.
No.
I've seen Jason Derulo naked. That was not Jason Derulo
No.
that I saw naked
No.
in Cats.
Same with James Corden when he crushed his nuts.
Yeah.
He did a
that
big
cat
nut
was
crush.
far too skinny to be Jason Corden.
Yes.
It just is the truth.
It's the truth. Yeah, it wasn't... Who was the older lady in that? Was it Meryl?
Judi Dench,
Judi Dench.
right?
Yeah.
That's her name, right? From the 007 movie?
Didn't she do something dirty in that film?
I don't know. I don't
You know,
remember.
like show her ass or something like that.
I remember there was a whole thing about how she had human hands.
Ooh.
You could see her wedding ring. and then they had to pull the movie for like a day and put up a new version where her hands were fixed.
They should have just not put it back out.
Taylor Swift was in that
Yeah.
as a cat.
It's insane how many people they had in that movie, and I never saw it, but it looked like cat shit.
Yeah. There's got to be a subsection of the community of the world, that really likes the feline version of Taylor Swift. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
I mean, there's people who love
Posters.
animals to begin with.
Phone background.
Now we're talking about Taylor Swift, but she's
Oh, yeah.
a cat now?
Yeah.
I mean, I could see a lot of people being into that.
She's obsessed with cats too. You know
Is
that?
she?
Yeah.
I don't follow the T Swift very regularly.
I worked on one of her music videos, and I had to go buy a bunch of shit for her green room, and they were like, if you see anything with a cat on it, get it.
Wow. Cat bowl.
Yeah. Crazy about cats.
And they were like caterings here, and it was just meow mix.
Yeah. Friskies.
Yeah. Friskies.
Friskies, Friskers.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, that wet. Oh, dude, nothing gross.
That wet slop.
Nothing makes me more sick than wet cat food. I mean, wet dog food's the same, but just
Yeah.
wet pet food is the most disgusting thing you could ever.
You want to know what that reminds me of? Liver King.
Liver King.
Yeah. Because I'm sure that
You want to talk about Liver
I'm
King?
sure that's what they make all that crap out of. Is just like I'm sure they make animal food
dude,
out of.
it's like
all
rats.
the extra crap that they don't serve us.
It's like a rat in a blender. You want to go? You want to do a little dive into Liver King for
I
everybody?
can go Liver King off top.
I might grab
Have
that.
you not,
Yeah,
have you
keep
not
going.
talked about Liver King?
No, we definitely have not.
Oh my god. Oh, okay.
So much room to walk around. The
Listeners, let me tell you, this isn't strange, but it's strange.
Strange? Yeah.
He's a
Oh, yeah.
strange gentleman.
We've talked about lesser things.
Liver King is at Liver King at Liver King 007, I think is his other account. Liver King is a gentleman who has a strong social media presence, who's really blown up on TikTok lately, because he is just he is a
Massive man.
massive. I mean, he is the Big Mac of humans.
Yeah,
he is
yeah.
a pile of canned beef. He's absolutely shredded.
Yeah.
The
Oh,
dude
yeah.
is so ripped that he gets out of breath just talking. It's honestly impressive.
He's in such good shape that his body has reversed itself back into
I think
thinking.
his muscles of his chest and abs are so big that they're actually crushing his organs.
He's
and his lungs.
Yeah, he's like a collapsing black hole.
Anyhow, he's got this. He's got a lot of theory, right? He's one of these people who's like, no cell phones in the house. We leave all of our cell phones inside of a plastic or in a metallic bag in the lobby of our house,
Okay.
and we don't let electronics leave. And he accesses the internet on his computer for work only through Ethernet.
Okay. I'm gonna be honest. I've seen one video, so I know what he looks like. But I have not. I really haven't done my research.
Okay, I've deep dove this guy. I'm sure he's the talk of the town. A lot of people are talking about Liver King. And Liver King is he's at the end of the day, he's a fitness influencer, right? But he's gotten all this traction because of his diet. He's the self-proclaimed Liver King.
Where are we going with this?
He's a self-proclaimed Liver King. He calls his children the Liver Boys.
Ooh.
And most of his meals involve raw meat. like tartare with raw eggs. He has this thing called the Liver King concoction, which is some sort of cooked liver with yogurt, Greek yogurt. But every single meal he eats, he has raw liver. And he owns his own farm, and that's where he's getting like his meat. Like he literally showed his cows that he's like he like showed like we're gonna sacrifice this cow. This cow is da 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 like just like our ancestors. That's his whole thing. Okay. He wants to live like our ancestors. He wants. To be
like a
primal.
Viking thing?
It's not a Viking thing.
Okay.
He does have like has
vibe.
like a Joe Rogan Viking adjacent vibe.
Okay.
But he is not explicitly Viking.
Okay. He looks like a Viking.
He just says like our ancestors, primal living, and a lot of his thing has to do with like just trying to be like we used to be, right? Bare feet on the ground, out in the sun for 10 hours, 20 hours a day.
Bare feet on the ground's nice. I'm not gonna knock that.
Yeah.
But it's definitely not an everyday thing.
Yeah, I mean, and the guy's obviously got some sort of something going on.
Oh yeah.
The guy barely eats any vegetables, and when he does, he's like, I gotta earn it. Like I worked my ass off for this, and it'll just be like a bowl of sweet potato.
Yeah.
Which is like a vegetable, like in a very loose sense,
Yeah. I hate the stuff.
It's just a carb. It's a pile of carbs. So that's the only thing only greens he seems to get into his diet.
That's one thing I sweet potato, get on my face.
I'm a big sweet potato guy.
Hate it.
I eat sweet potato like 4 days a week, maybe.
I hate the sweet potato. I like a good old fashioned russet. That's all you need.
You should try.
No.
Okay.
No matter how you shape it, I'm not eating a sweet potato. Get it away from me.
All right. Well, you would love this guy because he. No, you wouldn't actually. That's the only vegetable he does.
So my question: does he eat the liver like first thing? Like, is it like the?
He showed. I've only seen one video where he actually shows himself eating all this stuff, and he seems to just kind of eat a little bit He has these big plates and he eats a little bit all at once.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he's just going at it for the most part. A little bit.
So is it?
He eats a lot. Like he'll make a plate of burgers.
The guy's massive.
He'll show like a plate of burgers that he eats, and I'm talking about like a tray of burgers.
Yeah, like The Rock.
Yes, yeah. He'll eat like 16 patties, and like they're like a decent patty. I'd say like they're about like a palm-sized patty.
Yeah.
And he shows his workouts, and his whole thing is like, I'm primal. I'm an ant, like just like our ancestors. So in your brain, you're thinking like, this guy's gonna go like pull-ups on a tree branch. Yeah. He's gonna be like lifting rocks and stuff.
Yeah.
No, he just does like normal CrossFit crap. He just like puts on a lot of weight and like walks around, or like just has like one of those like bicycles that has like a big fan on it, and he just does regular guy workouts. But I think that's what he does all day.
Yeah.
And he's obviously very well off. He lives based on the fact that it's always sunny and always warm enough for him to have his shirt off. I'm guessing he lives in Florida. Yeah. And his house is absolutely massive, so he probably doesn't pay any property taxes. Yeah. Another reason I think he probably lives in Florida. And he runs a business, like a supplement business, which is just like, of course he does, right?
Yeah, why not?
Of course, he sells like some crap supplements from some random country. And he probably drop ships them. It's probably not even a real business.
Yeah. So, is he like paleo?
No, because yes. I don't really know. He just eats beef.
But does he
eats
season
like bone marrow?
Because with
he eats a lot of raw meat, which is unseasoned.
You can't even. Yeah.
He does. His Liver King concoction is like some sort of meat, Greek yogurt, which obviously I don't think they had in our ancestors, like Greek yogurt, and like maple syrup, which I guess like is like
sweet meat.
A huge reach for like something our ancestors would have eaten, right?
He likes sweet meat.
He just likes meat. That's all he eats is just meat, like really for the most part. And last night I watched him eat a pine cone because he said there was a video where he was like, my followers said I don't eat enough salad, so I got a salad for you. And his salad was like some sticks and like a couple pine cones, and he like crunched down on the pine cone. It looks like he took like a good decent bite out of it.
Oh God! Imagine shitting that out, huh?
That's the top. There are 2 top comments on every one of those videos that he makes. One of them I will not say on this podcast, and the other one is about his shits.
Yeah,
just being like, this guy has to shit like liquid, right? Like, I'm sure he does. Like, I mean, my body's obviously not used to eating raw beef. But this guy's eating more than, like, raw beef. Like, he's eating, like, bone marrow, like, scooping it right out of the femur. He's eating every organ.
That's got to be a rough transition, huh? Unless you've been doing it your whole life. Like, one day you just...
I think this guy's been doing it for a while. But, honestly, there's just no chance that he's that size purely off of eating bone marrow.
He's got to be on steroids.
He's on steroids for sure.
Yeah.
Anyhow,
show us your ass, Liver King. I want to see the needle marks.
And Liver King, clearly, I feel bad for his children, and that's my biggest thing.
Yeah, that's like child abuse.
The handful of times he's shown his kids, I feel like their life sucks.
Yeah.
They're probably not out here playing Fortnite.
No, they're not doing any Fortnite.
They don't have fucking PlayStation.
No Fortnite.
The only time I've ever seen him show his kids, they were doing push-ups.
Oh.
He was him doing being like, I gotta go wake up the Liver Boys. And he walks into one of the rooms, and he's filming, and the kid is just doing push-ups. And he's like, boy, come on down, dinner in 5. And then he like goes to the other kid, and older kid, same haircut as the younger one.
Uh-huh.
He's like, also doing push-ups. And he's like, oh, look at you, doing push-ups. Like, good boy. And he's like, yeah, look, I gotta finish this set, Dad. I'm like, oh, dude.
Who needs Fortnite when you can just do push-ups?
And the kids aren't ripped.
No, not yet. How old are they?
Regular-looking guys. I'd say the oldest one looks like he's probably like 14. The youngest one's probably like 10 or like 9 maybe.
What a bunch of disappointments, huh?
I feel real bad for those kids.
Yeah, that's child abuse.
It is. He's feeding his kids raw meat. I think we have enough science to show that we don't need to eat raw meat anymore.
There's a reason why no one else is doing it.
Like, our society, I don't know a lot about history or science, so someone can back me up in the fucking comments or whatever. I'm pretty sure our ancestors evolved to stop eating raw meat. I think that's why when we invented fire, I don't know, let's be real, 13,000 years ago or something. Yeah. That's probably about when we stopped eating raw meat.
Yeah, I can't think, like every caveman I see, they're cooking like a T-Rex leg over a fire. Like
we invented fire, and then we went, put meat on fire. Oh, meat is easier to eat, and it's better, and it doesn't make me shit.
Yeah.
And then jump forward, and you got Fortnite, and you got society.
Yeah. Without the fire, we don't have Fortnite.
Yeah. Honestly, it's true.
It's actually a fact. You can quote me on that.
If we didn't have the Egyptians, we don't have Fortnite.
Well, yeah, especially because the cat people brought electricity.
Yeah.
And they showed how to build like you do in Fortnite.
Yeah. And they were like, this is a chug jug.
Yeah. They brought pickaxes with them.
Yeah. And the Egyptian people are like, we don't know what that is, man.
Yeah, they're like, oh, you'll get it in a couple thousand years.
And they're like, hey, your ancestors, they'll be at Loot Lake.
Loot Lake.
Shooting guys.
You know what's a crazy fact? You know Cleopatra lived closer to the first Super Bowl than she did to the building of the pyramids.
Interesting. Was she like, this is my guess. This is off of just what you said.
Yeah.
I'm going to guess that Cleopatra was like alive in like 1000 AD or something.
I don't fucking know.
And like the pyramids were probably built in like 2000 BC or something like that.
I thought that was interesting.
Interesting. I wonder how far away she is from King Tut.
Yeah.
Those are the only two I remember. Like Cleopatra, King Tut. Yeah. Crazy.
Anyway, so yeah, we're talking about Cats the musical, cat people, costumes. What is it? We take a look at the alien cat influences in media, like the musical Cats or the television show Thundercats or the Khajiit race from the beloved video game franchise The Elder Scrolls.
Yeah.
They're my number 2 class. I feel like we've talked about this before.
Yeah. Are you Argonian guy?
Argonian first, Khajiit second. You're like Wood Elf, Dark Elf? What are you?
I played one of the elves first go around. I did play a Nord once.
Yeah.
Not very fun.
No,
it's kind of boring. The Khajiit is great because you get the claws and you can bare hand claw people.
Trying to do an unarmed build, go with the Khajiit.
Yeah, and then you can get that one. There's one gloves you can get that increase your punch ability quite a bit. Yeah.
What do they have? Unlimited stamina? What is that?
It's been I haven't played like Skyrim proper since like probably 2012. Like
Yeah.
I probably played it for about like 1 year, really hard, and then have been just coasting since.
Well, this is an Oblivion house, so.
Yeah.
So this must be, the mastermind work of cat people, aliens attempting to integrate themselves into our world in search for acceptance. Stop reading my script. I see you out of the corner of my eye. Although I do not have a cat, just a dog that snores and sleeps with his eyes open. It's terrifying. I ask that all of our listeners with a feline companion to take a moment and thank that cat for keeping us safe, especially you, advancing our world to what it is today with Fortnite, and never, and I mean never, stop staring down those interdimensional monsters in the living room. Don't stop staring them down. We need you guys to really, if anything, just talk to us, house cats. The truth is out now because everybody, this is the number one podcast in America, so everybody's going to hear about this.
Yeah. We want the cats to come out, and we want to create an alliance.
Yeah.
I think we've advanced to the point. We got Elon Musk, self-driving cars.
Yeah.
We want a cat alliance. Go to space. We need to find a planet together.
How about Jeff Bezos trying to make himself immortal?
I mean, I'm not shocked.
Do you know about this?
No.
Yeah.
It doesn't shock me one bit.
Yeah, he's got like a program he's funding. Let me Google real
Of course
quick.
he wants to be immortal.
He's got more money than God, so.
Yeah. You think that with all that money he would find a cure for baldness?
Oh no, he's just. That's not. He doesn't give a shit about that.
The richest man in the world is bald. So there truly is no way you cannot. You can't. There is no defeating baldness.
No.
That's impressive.
Well, look at Elon though, because.
I think he's got a hair transplant though. That's not really
true.
I think it'd be weird if Bezos got a hair transplant now, because we'd all be like, that guy's bald, now he's got hair. Like, who's he fooling?
So Altos Lab is that's Jeff Bezos's.
Live forever, huh?
Yeah.
I respect it.
Yeah.
He's gotten to a point in life where he's got a shit ton of money. He's got a beautiful woman.
Oof. I don't know, man. There's beauty in naturally aging, and that's not a category she is filed under.
But she was like a Fox News anchor in LA.
I don't really know much about her.
Yeah.
I have one friend who I'm in a group chat with one of my best friends and his older brother, and we send like weird shit to each other. And my friend's brother loves sending Jeff Bezos's Instagram pictures.
Oh yeah.
And just saying this is the richest man in the world, and it's like him doing some stupid shit.
And he dresses awfully too. Like,
it's so bad.
He wears like the craziest pants. And you're just like, what's this guy doing? They're so tight.
He's got the boot cut with the flip flops.
Oh yeah. Billionaires love boot cuts. Michael Jordan.
Oh, Michael Jordan has
Boot
the
cut
worst
hero.
for the fact that Michael Jordan's brand is like iconic in fashion with the shoes. That man has the worst fashion.
Big old jorts.
Big jorts.
Those kinds of hats, that like Eminem used to wear for a little while.
What do you call those?
I don't know.
Newspaper
like
boys?
They're not those. The ones that are like kind of square and like flat on top. But then
Like a
they're
millet.
kinda
He's like, it's
he
like
looks like
the.
a Pokemon main character or something. I don't know.
He looks like Che.
Yeah, it's like kind of military.
Or not Che, but
Fidel Castro.
Fidel Castro
Yeah.
hats. He does love it. What if Fidel Castro was Michael Jordan the whole time? They both wear those hats. They both love cigars.
That is true.
They're both good leaders.
Fidel's dead.
Well, now Michael can just walk freely.
I mean, I think that's true. He's always been able to walk freely.
Yeah. I don't know.
I think if this immortality thing works out,
Miguel Castro.
first person doing that.
We don't need
Michael
immortality because
I'm going to be honest. I want to die one day.
yeah, I can't wait. It's gonna be awesome.
Like who on earth besides Jeff Bezos lives every day and they're like, I love being here.
Yeah.
I hope it never ends.
Oh my god.
Not me.
Because he knows his money's not gonna like stop one day.
No.
The money's gonna outlive him, so that's why he's trying to do that.
Yeah, I mean, one day there'll be like 5 corporations. It'll be like Amazon, Apple, Microsoft, yeah, you know, and Samsung or whatever.
Yeah.
And like they'll own everything.
Yeah.
And it'll be fine. Like our future generations will just work for those companies, and they'll have little ID tags the moment they're born, and they'll be decided where they're gonna go work, and it'll be sick. It'll be like Blade Runner, but like even sadder.
I was talking to someone about this today because they brought it to my attention because I was unaware of Altos, whatever it's called.
Yeah, via technologyreview.com.
And, they were pretty into the whole idea that COVID was started to thin out our numbers because we have a population in the population control.
There's too much people on Earth.
There's too much people.
That's true. Yeah, I don't agree with that person saying that that COVID was started to thin the population.
Because they could have done a lot easier.
But you can't deny that any disease that spreads, like viral disease, is a form of population elimination. I mean, the Black Plague did it.
Yeah.
God,
if the Black Plague didn't happen, we would have been fucked a long time ago.
No, society wouldn't have progressed.
No.
And there was another illness. We talked about this weekend. There was another illness that happened in the 500s, just shortly after like a big volcanic blast.
Yeah.
It wiped out like 80% of the population of the Earth, which at the time was not a lot of people.
No.
I mean, there's like less people that are in the United States, but it ended up jump-starting their world because it cuts down on all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
I don't think COVID is created to thin the herd. I don't think billionaires want to eliminate people. I think billionaires want more people.
Yeah, more consumers.
More consumers, more people to do low-wage labor. I mean, like that's the key, right?
Yeah.
You want to stay rich forever, you got to have there needs to be a working class.
Yeah.
And that's why I think that Elon Musk is, I think that's what he's all about.
Yeah.
He wants Teslas for the richies.
That's true.
Who's going to build them?
No one's
Not a robot.
No one's going to build or
Some
buy
guy.
those. What are you going to do?
Yeah. Now, Elon, Jeff, Mark, are they cats?
They could be cats. I think it's, let's think about this because it's pretty, people believe Mark is a cyborg of some sort.
Yeah, I don't think we're there yet technologically.
I mean, he could be, though.
Unless he was made by the cats.
He could be Ultron.
Yeah, well, then hopefully he can find some girl to turn him into Vision. You know what I'm saying?
But you see, we break it down. We got Mark as a cyborg of some sort. That leaves us with two men.
Jeff is pretty hairless to be a cat, but there are hairless cats.
Yeah. And so we got Jeff and we got Elon, and then we got lizard people and we got cat people.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go ahead and say
lizard people are all politicians.
Yeah.
Nancy Pelosi for sure.
The Queen.
Oh, I just saw a magazine with her on it at the grocery store. I literally was like, "Oh, she died?" Nope. They're just being like, "Congrats, this bitch 120 or whatever she is."
She's got a fake arm.
Fake arm.
She's got a fake arm.
I did not know this.
She has a fake arm for waving at people that she puts in her sleeve, and it does like the thing.
It just waves for her, so she doesn't have to.
Yeah, she doesn't want to fucking wave. She doesn't want to wave at the peasants.
She's old. I mean, why would you want to raise your arm above your head?
Yeah. No, I don't. I like 98% of my close friends. I know you do not listen to this podcast, but we did do an episode about her being a cannibal lizard person. So
that wouldn't shock me.
Yeah.
Especially considering the now true things we know about her children.
Yeah.
Not children. Prince Andrew is.
Prince Andrew. Yeah.
What is he?
Nephew.
Nephew. I don't know.
He's a nephew.
Well, he ain't royalty anymore.
No, he is not. He's a piece of shit. Well, honestly, they're all pieces of shit because the whole Meghan Markle,
Yeah, poor girl.
how it was super race charged and all that shit.
I'm glad Harry left.
Same.
I don't really give a shit about any of them. But
In a perfect
shouts out
world,
that guy.
Harry leaves. He goes and does his own thing. They all fucking die. Then he comes and takes over and does a better job than they ever did because he seems like a cool dude.
Yeah. His brother's bald.
Brother's
Just
bald
like
as
Bezos.
shit.
All the money in the world can't
Lizard
put the hair
person,
back
man.
on his head, man.
Lizard person. If you're balding, check your blood.
Hey, if you're balding, yo, what up? Me too.
Check your blood. Is it red? You're good. If it's green,
You're bald.
You're not good and you're bald. All right, we'll end it here. thanks for listening through this slight train wreck. I hope it was halfway entertaining. This is drastically different than what we've done in the past, but sometimes you got to make do when Tobin fell asleep in a bunch of leaves, and the garbage people came and swept him up, and they took him way across country. He's in Nebraska right now. He can't answer his phone. He's got corn stuck in his ear. He's got a cob in his ass. I don't know what he's doing. But yeah, thank you for listening. If you made it this far, please rate, review, and subscribe. I'm pretty sure that's what he says. He does all the official shit. I'd fall asleep. And yeah, so definitely rate, review, subscribe. Spotify now, you can do stars. You can't leave comments, but you can do stars. The stars are great. And yeah, we got merch. I don't think we have a website anymore. I think we killed that because who goes to websites anymore? And I think we have a hyperlink on our Instagram profile. Go follow that too, and you can find some shirts there. The shirts are comfy. They're well made. Honestly, they're the most professional thing we've done. Good logos. The good logos are they're there. We got a coffee mug. Honestly, we need to update the store, maybe put some new shit in. If you guys are an artist, go ahead. Give us a new design to put on a shirt. Fuck it. Do it. We'll see. We'll do a little vote thing if anybody does it. I doubt anybody will do it, but if anybody does it, put your name at the bottom and the art, and your name will be on the shirts. I don't fucking know. I'm just rambling now. You have any last words? Because that's what he says to me. And that's when I say shit like Yoda dies. Or Spider-Man dies and you see the Green Goblin's cock.
Yeah, Spider-Man dies and then you see the Green Goblin's boner. Yeah.
The Goblin. All right. So don't forget to stay strange.